I'm Kate Bohner for the Water Cooler Diaries on KBTV Online. Thanks for joining. Do you ever stop and think, my lover's gone a bit mechanical in bed? Or a friend of mine told me she woke up one morning to hear her boyfriend in the shower jamming to James Brown's signature tune, Sex Machine. Well, it's all a bit worrisome, and this phraseology, known by some as metaphors, may seem innocent at first, but this love machine and lovemaking concept may soon be a reality by the year 2050. The New York Post has already dubbed it robot love, and is based on the findings from artificial intelligence czar David Levy in his new book, Love and Sex with Robots. In Levy's doctoral thesis, Intimate Relationships with Artificial Partners, he sets out to prove that robots will become so human-like in appearance, function, and personality that people, real people, will fall in love with them, have sex with them, and even marry them, all by the year 2050. From Pygmalion falling for his chiseled Galatea, to Dr. Frankenstein marveling at his modern Prometheus, to the man-meets-machine fiction of Philip K. Dick and Michael Crichton, humans have been enthralled by the possibilities of emotional relationships with their technological creatures for centuries. Dr. Levy's new book, based on the findings from his doctoral thesis and published this month by the quite reputable publisher HarperCollins, it synthesizes cutting-edge research in robotics with the cultural history and psychology of artificial intelligence. Love and Sex with Robots explores this fascination and its far-reaching implications. Using examples drawn from around the world, David Levy shows how automata have evolved from the mechanical marvels of centuries past to the electronic androids of the modern age, and how human interactions with technology have changed over the years. Take, for example, the idea of robot as a romantic partner. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it might seem, given how today people project emotions onto objects, toys, and machines. A man for whom I wrote a book proposal last summer, he was obsessed with his two robotic dogs, which I would at first find slightly amusing, a little later, a bit worrisome. By the end of the project, downright terrifying, particularly for his girlfriend, a beautiful petite Korean woman in her mid-40s who he actually treated like a dog, or how other people treat real dogs. From the perspective of his co-writer, he seemed to almost solely receive his emotional support from the robotic dogs. For me, it tracks that if you're able to get emotional satisfaction from a pet, why not be able to get emotionally satisfied from a mechanical mate? Levy points out that psychologists have identified about a dozen basic reasons why people fall in love, and he argues that almost all of them could apply to human-robot relationships. For instance, it's common knowledge that we all fall in love with people who have similar interests and have the same passions or aspirations in life. Well, all of that is programmable. More importantly, Dr. Levy emphasizes that we all like to fall in love with people who love us back. Well, guess what? That's all programmable too. I was surprised to learn that robots possess a supreme lovemaking prowess. Perhaps it's taking the idea of bringing a vibrator to bed to the extreme. In the robot age, it will apparently be quite normal for couples to own two robots, a male bot and a fembot, and for them to, quote, enjoy orgiastic sessions in which 3 or all 4 of them take part. Levy seems deadly serious about all this, unless his new book is some elaborate fantasy. He is, after all, president of the International Computer Games Association, and he led the team that won the prestigious Loebner Prize, the World Championship for Conversational Computer Software. More than anything else, this all raises important questions about the future of robots, what we might want from them, and what our interactions with them might teach us about ourselves. It is not so far-fetched. Robots are fast becoming more and more human. In a short while from now, they will be able to walk and move, clumsy at first, more human-like later. All that is required is to incorporate the technology in dolls. Even to the current lifelike dolls that are popular in Japan, they're still inanimate and passive objects. Some people do have sex with them. This will only increase when more technology is added to them. From there, sex with robots as a quote-unquote normal activity seems only a matter of time. This raises the question, if your partner appeared entirely human, would it matter really if he or she was a robot? If they were nice to you and if they called when they said they would? Or if suddenly you discovered that your boyfriend is made of a computer chip and steel and rubber, would it change anything? I want to know what you think. please leave your comments in the box provided. I'm Kate Bohner for the Water Cooler Diaries on KBTV Online. Thanks for joining.